This short row hat is now completed all the way around, but it does leave us with a bit of a drafty hole in the top of the hat. So I'm going to make a closure on both sides. I'm going to begin by knitting up stitches around the edge. I'm going to try and take perhaps a whole stitch from both sides, or I could take half a stitch from both sides, but I think it would be neater to take the whole stitch. So I'm going to go in under this purple one, come out under the yellow one, and there are 2 whole stitches, and then I'm going to knit up a stitch, and I'm going to work my way around the edge, or knitting up stitches in what feels like convenient positions. Probably not every round, just every alternate, and see how many stitches I wind up with. I've ended up with 14 stitches, which is what I would expect. There are 7 repeats with 4 rows in each, and if I do alternate rows, then that would be 14 stitches, and that's what I've got. And I'm just going to continue to single knit on this edge to complete this upper layer. After 3 plain rounds, I'm just going to make knit 2 together decreases all the way around, and then I'll gather this side shut using the tail of the yarn. I'm just gathering the stitches, threading them onto the tail, continuing in the same direction around the circle. And now just gather them closed. And that will make a nice neat finish for this side of the hat. Once gathered, I'll go round a second time, threading the tail through to make sure it's a nice strong finish. I'm not going to hide the yarn tail until I've completed the second side. This is the yarn tail. So this is my first fixed position. So I'm just going to knit a stitch up underneath that and work my way around, doing this with each one in turn. I could put a needle in there, a spare needle in there ahead of time, which might make things a little easier. They do like to hide in between the stitches, and I'm going to try and come up from underneath and do the next one from underneath. And I know I've gone the other direction with that one, but I'll sort it out when I get there. One, 2, 3, and I'll just continue around the circle until I've made the 14th stitch in the tail that I darned through. I found all 14 stitch positions, and now I'm going to work 2 or maybe 3 rounds of the blue. I've decided on 2 rounds after the knit up round, and now I'm going to get ready to decrease all the way round and then neaten as I did on the other side. Tails are neaten and both sides are finished.